idea behind today's section is to introduce about this concept of superclasses in homeopathic practice, as we have few new participants joining in this time at the Gurukul workshop who may or may not have the idea about superclasses in homeopathic practice. So it will be a good revision for the participants who have already been connected with us from the superclass journey, and it will be an introductory session to the new participants so that they will not feel out of place. So this is the purpose behind today's meeting, right? Why we all are here, and especially how to utilize it in day-to-day practice. This is very important part, at least for me, because that is our bread and butter. That is the thing which we do on day-to-day basis. So all the time, wherever I have to teach something or share something, my basic idea behind the preparation is always that it should be usable, it should be reproducible, and most of the people should able to do that, right? So it should not be in a way that, oh, it looks good, but I cannot do it. It's not my cup of tea. So in a very simple language, in a very simple format, we are going to understand this application of superclasses in homeopathy. A little about superclass, what it is basically. It is not something, some rocket science that has come up all of a sudden. It is, a well documented thing, and it's just a group formation, or like how some of the old authors, they have gathered the remedies and they made a group of it. So for example, Ophidia group, spider group. Like that, this is also a kind of grouping of remedies. Okay, so this is a basic concept, grouping of remedies. Now, when I say superclass, it contains three basic things in it. Say, for example, superclass 1. In that, you will have a bunch of plant kingdom remedies, a bunch of mineral kingdom remedies, and a bunch of animal kingdom remedies. Of course, there are few other remedies which are not from plant, mineral, and animal kingdom. They are from nosode or sarcode or miasm kind of a remedies or hormone remedies. But that we can later on understand. At the moment, we have to understand that this superclass contains a bunch of remedies from three major kingdoms: plant, mineral, and animal. And why they have been grouped together is because they all have similar kind of properties, similar kind of attitude, similar kind of responses. By response, what I mean is when exposed to certain situation, all these kind of remedies, whether it is from the plant or mineral or animal, they respond to that situation in a very similar manner because that is their natural response, right? So that's why they have been grouped together and put under one superclass. Like that, we have total 6 superclasses. I have put in a very thematic manner, in a very picturesque manner, so that when we see it, when we feel it, we can actually remember it for a longer time. This is a psychology. It's a proven psychology. So let's see the polarity that we see in the patients, because ultimately we have to see this in the patients, right? So for each superclass, there is a polarity, like in each remedy we see. Because during BHMS time, we used to make fun of this. You remember that, oh, this remedy says that it's the most fearful remedy. But when I see the same remedy in the under the rubric fearlessness, I used to be like, oh, but you said this remedy is most fearful. Then how come it is in under the rubric fearless as well? Because each remedy has a polarity to it, like each personality. Forget about even homeopathy. If you see a person, sometimes that person will be so happy, so jovial, and on some days you will see exact opposite characteristic in the same person. So gloomy, so sad. It's not that the person have changed. It's just the opposite side of the same person. Like that, in each homeopathic remedy personality, and that's why in each superclass, there are two polarities, which can be exhibited in your patient. Now, when we see superclass 1, a primitive one, they are very, very primitive people. Primitive is the word for them. For them, everything and anything is a larger than life kind of a situation. For them, word is too much. Oh, this is too much. This air is too much for me. This sound is too much for me. This light is too much for me. So even if the situation or a thing or any incident is of a little threshold for somebody else who's not belonging to superclass 1, for superclass 1 people, it is as though it is such a huge kind of a thing. And the natural response for these kind of people, I say these kind of people because there are many, there are multiple remedies into it, and you will see this in your day-to-day practice. These type of people, they have a natural response of, just covering themselves up, just hiding themselves, just, going away from the situation. That is their very basic, natural, inherited response without even thinking. It's too much for me, let me not get exposed to it. It's too much for me, let me hide myself. And how you can understand these people? When you ask their dreams, when you ask their stressful incidences, when you ask them about their fears, along with the situation of the dream or fear or stressful incidences, when you ask them, then what do you do at such moments? How do you react to it? Doc, it is too much for me. I cannot handle it. I just don't know how to handle it. So I just keep away from all of that. I just go to sleep. I just chant prayers. So as though I forget about facing it. I know that this is too much for me and cut off. And this cut off is a response you can see in many, many different ways. Say, for example, a remedy. Simple example, remedy, opium, right? Which again belonging to superclass 1. We see a lot of idea about numbness in this remedy, a lot of idea about meditation, benevolence, going within. It's a kind of cutting off. There are so many remedies in Superclass 1 whose hobby is sleeping, So, strangely, we have few patients, when we ask them, oh, so what are your hobbies in general? They say, my best hobby is sleeping because it actually takes me to the another world because this is too much for me. Now, does that mean that anybody who says sleeping is my hobby belongs to Superclass 1? No. It's just a doorway. Along with all the information, when this bit fits, only then it's Superclass 1. Otherwise, there are other remedies as well who have sleeping as a hobby. But for everybody, the concept of sleep is different. For superclass 1 people, sleeping is all about not facing the harshness, not facing the rudeness, not facing that too much in their life. So this is about superclass 1 type of people. Okay, you can see in the picture, it's too much. The face expression and all, like very, very terrified, very, very, fearful. And what they do in the another picture, in the another polarity, just go under the bed sheet and just cover themselves up. And you can see this in All the three kingdom remedies, plant, mineral, and animal. We will come to the remedies also in the later part of the slide. Now coming to superclass 2 type of people. For them, the life in general looks very heavy, as though they are carrying the whole world on their shoulder, like an Atlas who is carrying the entire earth on his shoulder. That is their day to day life experience. It's too much heavy. It's bogging me down. You know, this life is too dull, too heavy. This experience in this world is too heavy. बहुत ऐसे लग रहा है ना कि इतना मैं वजन ढो रहा हूं इन हिंदी के रिलेटेड. इन मराठी लाईक मला असं वाटतंय की एवढं वजन झालंय माझ्या शरीरावरती, माझ्या डोक्यावरती, सगळं जड जड वाटतं. And along with that, there is a sense of gloominess, dullness, grayness, boring. There is nothing in life. There is nothing happening in life. And the opposite polarity for these kind of people is letting that heaviness go off their shoulder. The experience of flying, floating, everything is so light. As though my existence is like a feather, like a piece of paper. I'm just flying, I'm just floating in the air. So this is the polarity for subclass 2 type of people and superclass 2 type of people. Then comes superclass 3 type of personality. Now this superclass 3 type of personality has something to do with, this is my responsibility or this is my limitation, this is my boundary, as you can see in this image. And it is most of the time self-created. As you see in the image, the woman is sitting in the middle and she herself drawing a boundary around her. Now this boundary for these people comes in the human version, in the day-to-day cases, in the form of responsibility. That I'm being bound by responsibility. I'm tied down at home because I feel this is my responsibility. So they always feel that their freedom is restricted. Their opportunities, their boundaries are limited. And when you ask them, then what could be the reason? I mean, you could have done this or you could have done that. No, but doctor, I feel that I'm responsible for this. I should be here. I should be looking after my children. I should be taking their studies. I should be available for my in-laws. I should make the arrangement for my sister-in-law, or I should do this for my husband. And that's why these kind of people, they feel the opportunities for life, in life for them are very restricted, are very limited, are very bounded. And opposite to that, you will see the polarity in the form of there are lots and lots of opportunity. As you see in the second picture, the lady is standing and she has so many doors to explore. Because exploration, expansion is the theme for superclasses. Now, we can take one example of a remedy, that is cactus grandis, which belongs to superclass. In detail, we are going to see in the workshop. But these people, as we read in the cactus, they see themselves constricted. Now, constriction is what? Making it smaller, shrinking it. And opposite to that is expansion, expanding your horizon. Similar kind of concept is there in growth 3 remedies. Especially in full-blown picture, you can see it in the remedy phosphorus. And we see in the mental picture of phosphorus, they have this idea about traveling, desire to travel, and that too in distant islands. It's not nearby, it's distant islands. And when you explore, when you ask them what you really love in that, I love to explore new places, I love to explore food, culture, in distant places, language, again. So exploration, expansion is the idea for superclass three type of people, right? So these are the first, second, and third superclass ideas. Now let's go ahead to see the set number two, where there are superclass 4, 5, and 6. I'm not going in the rush, right? Is it understandable up till now? So let's come to superclass 4. As you can see in the picture, one side of this people is all about balancing multiple things in their life. And especially for these people who belongs to the superclass 4, the general thing that comes in their case histories is all about home. It's all about work, health, finances, children, their education, their future, investment, all the things that we actually face in day-to-day life in adulthood. Most of us, we people, are actually going through this phase as per the age group, right? So these are their basic, you know, situations or basic examples that they will give you during their case history. Because each person will tell you only those things repetitively, which is their actual core concern. So, like this for superclass 4 people, at one side, balancing all these things is the most important thing. At the other end, the polarity for the same people is do not disturb. They want to rest and repose. They want to be in their bed. They want comfort. So do not disturb me. So either juggling between managing all the things to do not disturb me. This is the polarity of the superclass 4 type of people. You will see this in cases. You will see this in your relatives. You will see this in your friends. You will see in day-to-day life in public. In many type of people, you will see this. Oh, this is too much here. I have such a hectic work day. I have such a hectic week. At this weekend, I am just going to switch off my phone and be in my bed. No one is going to talk to me, and I do not want any kind of disturbance this weekend. This is so common these days. It's a type, right? There are multiple remedies in it as per each kingdom. But overall, the polarity lies like this for superclass 4. Now, superclass 5 type of people, as you see in the picture, one side for them is you have been tied. किसी ने मुझे बांध दिया है, जकड़ लिया है. I'm being tied by somebody. I've been restricted by somebody. As though somebody else is creating a boundary for me, a limit for me. And I do not agree to that. Now here, restriction, the theme of restriction you can also see in superclass 2. But there, it's kind of, oh, it's my responsibility. Oh, it's me who should do it. Right? And that's why I have to be in it. Here, the response is absolutely different. As you see in the second picture, just go, just swoop out, just rush out, just go ahead. So the direction is always like this. They are go-getters. They do not want to be in construction. They do not want to be in those bounded, small, restricted places. For them, energy is always outward. Go out, cross the boundary, cross the limit. Limitation for me? No. I cannot live in that. That's not me. So this is a clear responsibility in this kind of people. Now that I'm telling you all these things, definitely there are one or the other people coming to your mind for each superclass, right? Maybe your friend or a family member or a parent or a sibling or a neighbor. Each one of them fits in one category. because they exhibit these common kind of polarities outwardly, right? How to unfold them, decode them homeopathically, that we are going to see in detail at the workshop. But at the moment, just please sit in this information that this is the idea, right? So this is all about superclass 5. Now, superclass 6 type of people, they have this kind of polarity, as you see in the first picture. They always see a threat around them, whether it is human or non-human. There are some remedies who see another human as a threat, another group of humans as a threat, or a supernatural something as a threat, or a life, nature's, what we can say, some things which are not in our hand, that as a threat, like earthquake, like sudden accidents, you know, which is not in your hand. But the underlying idea is for these people, you will see this thing coming up in their story, in their, uh, in their phrases, in their body language. Oh, this is a threat. I think he's going to plan something against me. I think that this neighbor is going to backbite us. He is definitely backbiting around us. So they always see some kind of threat around them, whether it is living or non-living thing, whether it is human or non-human thing. They always see, there is something around me, which is against me. So it is not only about around me, it is against me. So they are always in the fighting mode, always in the alert mode. That, you know, anytime something is going to come come towards me, attack on me, and I have to be ready. So you will see in these kind of people the attitude of, you get me. Don't worry, I'm there for you. Don't worry, I'll see you. Meet me at the so and so place. So these kind of people are ready to fight, are ready to face. It's not like the extreme beginning, like Superclass 1, which are like just take your bedsheet and just tuck yourself inside that. It's not that. As you see in the second picture, it's like this. And mind well, in all these 6 categories of people, it's all about personality. Age doesn't have as a barrier. Age doesn't act as a barrier. Gender doesn't act as a barrier. Caste, creed, geographical situation doesn't act as a barrier. If you belong to a class of people, if you have the characteristic of that class, you exhibit it in your very format. That's the key. This is very important. It's not so that, super class 4 means only the people who are in the adult phase, who go to the work, who are already married, who are looking after the finances, will come under superclass 4. No. It can also be a child who thinks about, when I grow up, I should be getting this kind of a job. I should I should be able to settle early in my life. I should look after my parents. I should take this particular, house. I should take this particular car to stable myself. So it doesn't mean that age group, your biological age defines all these superclasses. No, it's just you as a person. It's just you and your soul. The way it exhibits, that matches to the superclass quality. Is that fine up till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go ahead. So now let's understand how 3 kingdoms exhibit in this 6 superclasses. Now this M stands for mineral, P stands for plant, and A stands for animal. See, I have not put in lot of theory here because that will be again, kind of intimidating for some kind of people. Oh, this is so much. But pictures always looks nice since childhood. I at least have this idea that the book which had lots of images would always attract me, and I used to excel in those because images means you can remember. Images means you can connect to it. Oh, this means that, right? That's why I have chose this format to convey the message to you. Now let's come to the superclass one. In this, as I told you, each superclass contains three major kingdoms: mineral, plant, and animal. Now, in this particular superclass, from the mineral point of view, there are remedies belonging to row 2 and left side. Remedies like lithium carbonicum, beryllium, borax, all these belongs to row 2 of the periodic table and the left side of the periodic table, right? As you see in the picture, these remedies actually exhibit the life of a fetus within mother's womb. You can clearly see the boundary around. Can you see this? The boundary of mother's womb. Again, a cover which you saw in the first slide. You just tuck yourself under the bed sheet. Here, the mother's womb act as that cover. Such a great, concept which has, it's too much for me. I can't take it. So it's better that I'm well within something. This is the exact, actually the life of these kind of people. They always want to be inside something. And what kind of inside it is? It is 360-degree inside. It is like covering me from all the angles. Because a speck also, a tiniest of thing also can affect me profoundly. Like we see, another example I'll give you. Like we see in the remedy pulsatilla. Again, this remedy belongs to subclass 1, which comes under superclass 1 because it's a plant kingdom, right? Which has a subclass state, which we will come in the later slides. So, as we see a mere stare by somebody, that person was staring at me. Even that is sufficient for pulsatilla kind of people to get affected by it. Oh, she didn't look at me in a nice manner. She didn't smile at me. And pulsatilla can start weeping. That's why there are so many rubrics under pulsatilla, under the title weeping. X, Y, Z, from A to Z, all the things can create turmoil in pulsatilla. Whether it's a wind, whether it's a sound, whether it's a tone, whether it's your glare, anything. Because they are so sensitive. All these remedies belonging to superclass 1 are so sensitive, and quickly their response is withdraw. Withdraw yourself. Just cover yourself up. Just go within in many, many different ways. To just go away from the situation, or to change the situation, or to just go behind somebody who is like a cover to me, like a safety to me, or just go to sleep. There are so many remedies as a response to something, they just go to sleep, right? In most stressful situation, what do? I go to sleep. What is that for you, that sleep for you? Sleep for me is a sort of, doctor, it's a sort of escape for me because I cannot handle that situation. So might as well I go to sleep so that someone else can handle it. So these are the patient's language that you can see in the day-to-day practice. And that is how we can classify these people under superclass 1. Now under plant, we have subclass 1. The name is Magnolidae. Right? Under that there are many orders. And in each order there are many families. And under family there are remedies. Now is this again a rocket science? No, it's a botany. We have seen this. We have learned this. It's very systematic. Nothing complication to it. We will share your chart. We will share a chart with you. You can just download it, print it, and keep it with you. So many common remedies are there. So we already know it. Now we are just categorizing it for our benefit. That's it, nothing else. Okay? And from the animal kingdom, we have remedies from the mollusk. In that mollusk kingdom, in that we have a section called as bivalves. Bi means two, valves. That kind of remedy, like you see in the picture over here. Those remedies are grouped under superclass 1 because these are the animal analogues of this particular superclass wherein we see the same thing running. They also cannot take anything from outside. Even a grain of sand creates such a kind of irritation within them that they actually secrete a kind of a gel secretion around that sand particle, which later on turns to a pearl. See how sensitive they are, and you will see them always closed, locked, because outside is too much for them. They cannot take it. They are too primitive for the outside world. Right? So these are the three versions which are grouped in superclass 1. From mineral kingdom, row 2, left-sided remedies. From plant kingdom, subclass 1, Magnolidae. And from animal kingdom, bivalve group of remedies. From mollusk, sea remedy. Right? Now coming to superclass 2. Again, here are three sections: mineral, plant, and animal. In mineral, for superclass 2 theme, the theme which mineral remedy covers is carbon group of remedies, like simple carbon remedy or graphitis as a remedy, carbovide as a remedy. All these remedies have the theme of superclass 2, of that heaviness, of that, bogging down sensation, burden. And opposite is lightness, flying, floating, freeness. So these carbon remedies from the mineral kingdom has this kind of characteristic in them. During the section of homework in the last slides, I'm going to give you certain remedies to study so that you can understand and appreciate whatever I'm telling you verbally. You can actually read that from the remedies and you can appreciate that, oh yes, it exists. We didn't saw it in a group manner. We saw it individually. But now that we see all of it in a group manner, it makes even more sense. Right? From plant kingdom, we have this subclass 2, that is Hemamalidae. A classical remedy from that is cannabis indica. As you see in the picture, you smoke a weed and you feel that, I'm getting this out of world experience. Everything is so dazzling. Everything is so colorful. Everything is so, this world is a place of happiness. There is no sorrow. There is no heaviness. There is no pulling me back. I can just fly. I can just float. That is what is written in the cannabis as well as a remedy. Right? If you see the materia medica of it. And that's why these group of remedies from plant kingdom are a part of superclass 2 category. Now coming to the animal category, as you see very well in the image, how the snail is going complete within and then again coming out. Because that is another feature of this superclass. Outside, when they expose themselves, they feel so nice because they can see a lot of things, colorful things, picturesque things, feel so nice about it. But again, it's too much for them, not yet developed. So, go inside. So inside and outside is again a theme of Superclass 2. In another version, open and shut. You open, you shut. Come inside, you go outside. Because inside for these people is dull, boring, lifeless. There is no color to it. There is no fun in it. That's why they always want to go out and experience it. But they cannot go so easily. That's why the Hemamality type of people, for them to let loose themselves, they have to take the help of marijuana. They have to take the help of weed or tobacco or any such kind of stimulants. So, stimulants is again a very good theme, very prominent theme for Superclass 1 as well as in Superclass 2. Stimulation and stimulants for Superclass 1 is to cut themselves off from the painful experiences of life. But for Superclass 2, stimulants is to make them light, nice, floaty. अभी दुनिया में कुछ तकलीफ ही नहीं बना, right? So there are a group of people who will tell you the similar kind of hobbies, habits, or addictions. Only one question will help you to make difference. What it is for you. Say, for example, a person is telling, doctor, every time I'm happy or sad, or worried, I just drink one or two pegs of whiskey. Alcohol desire and stop. That's not the way. Ask the person, what is that peg or two of whiskey for you? Oh, doctor, no one has asked this question to me. Everybody just tells me that, oh, it's so bad to your health, it's injurious to your health. But nobody asked me, what is that whiskey for you? That whiskey for me is a door of heaven, doctor. All that I'm just going through throughout the day, all those harsh experiences of life, I just drink those two pegs of whiskey and I'm just in the heaven. There is no sadness in the world. There is no hurt in the world. World is so peaceful. See, it's just one question that makes all the difference. That's why Shekhar sir always tells, it's the question that will actually give you the clarity and nothing else. So always our focus at the workshop also to help you all, to guide you all, to ask right question at the right time in a right manner. Not to offend the person who is sitting in front of us, but just to get clarity from that person. What does that mean to you? Is that clear up till now? Let's go ahead. Now coming to Superclass 3. Here in the mineral category, we have row 3 remedy, like entire row 3, right from natrium till the theory, and even the halogen. Entire row 3 belongs to the superclass group. As we see, as I told you, the most flared up manner, you can see it in the remedy phosphorus. As you can see in the picture also, explore more, dream deep. Because these people see their life in a limitation, एक छोटे से गांव का लड़का. And what is your dream? I want to travel abroad. I want to go cross the ocean and go to different places. I want to sail. I want to go to that place and learn the language. See how the culture is. So what are you doing? You are actually expanding your horizon. You are actually expanding your boundaries. So anything to do with it, whether it is in the form of language or it is in the form of learning a course or learning a sport, these people have this quality of being, they are very adventurous. They are the people who at least have this thought come to their mind that more than this can be achieved, or more than this I can have in my life. And they want to pursue that. Right? From plant kind of group, we have subclass 3, that is Caryophyllaceae. Cactus grandiflorus as one of the representative remedies from this particular superclass. Now in cactus also, as I told you, as you can see in the picture also, it's closed, it's shrunk, it's small, and open up, be bigger, grow, expand. And that's what you see in the remedy picture also, in the proving also. Constriction at one end and expanding at the another end. That's the polarity for these kinds of people. And in animal version, you have birds in this category from the animal kingdom. Now in birds also you see, as I tried to find out the picture, and this is the most relevant one. If you see, they are flying in the same pattern. If you see in the skies also, you will not see birds flying like that, anywhere, everywhere. They also have their area. While migration also, they also migrate in a certain direction, in a certain pattern. You can see that V in the sky when they are flying. A leader bird ahead of everybody, and then one behind the other. They fly in a very meticulous, in a military type of a way. Why everybody have their wings, they have the right to fly in any direction, but it doesn't happen. They also maybe have a certain kind of a culture which they are actually following. So we say that birds are free, and they are the kings of the sky, they can go anywhere, but it doesn't happen that way. A bird that flies out of the nest has to come back to feed the offsprings, to feed the babies in the nest. That's how bird remedies describe their boundary. My parenthood is my responsibility, but that also restricts my freedom, that also restricts me from going to the different directions, to go and explore and fly. I can't do that. I have responsibility to look after my young ones. I have to fetch for them. I have to bring food for them. I have to take care of them so that another predator should not eat them. That is their version of that boundary, that restriction. They cannot fly like that. No, it's parenthood that actually bounds them, the responsibility that bounds them. This is a version in the human format for bird kind of remedy. And this is their version of the restriction, which is the idea of superclass 3. It was their choice, right? Okay, I have laid eggs, I have, heated them, now the chicks are born, they will look after themselves. I am going to fly. No, it doesn't happen that way. At least a male bird or a female bird will hatch and look after the chicks. It's not like animal remedy. It's not like another group of animal remedies, like snake. Literally, there are a kind of snakes. Mother give birth to those baby snakes, and she just lives that place. And by any chance, if the baby snakes are, wagging their small tails and just going around the mother, she can even eat them. Right? So it's that ruthless. So it is all about what kind of animal group is placed under which superclass. This is very, very important. It's the birds who see the responsibility as the utmost thing, which actually ties them down in their nest, which actually ties them down with their partner. There are so many bird remedies who have one partner throughout their life, like remedies belonging to Cygnus, which is the swan remedies. We see in the images and all how they make like this heart and all. because these are the bird who are lifetime, they do lifetime mating with one partner only. It's not that easy for them to forget that my partner is no more. They go into depression and die. So it's their kind of limitation. They just stop exploring. My partner died, I'm also going into depression, I'll also die. There is no exploration. Okay, this one gone, let me go to someone else. No. So this is a kind of restriction and boundary for these kind of people, these kind of birds. Is that clear so far? Now coming to superclass 4. Here, the mineral version of remedies are belonging to row 4 remedies, like calcarea group of remedies, like Kali group of remedies, potassium group of remedies, candium after the potassium. For them, superclass 4 is all about home, sweet home. So in their narration, when the patients are talking, when they are giving their histories, home is the biggest kind of, place. And with home, what comes up is relationships. It can be parents, it can be siblings, it can be relatives. It comes along. In their stories, you will find these characters prominently. The home and the people. And what they have to do for these two, the home and the people. Like that, every group of remedies, every super classes will bring some kind of, stories in their narrative. And some things will highlight very, very prominently. So for superclass 4, it's the home and the people. For them, it's all sort of, home, inside home, doing things for home. It's like a kind of a family man, not like web series family man. It's all about that family man is never for the family, right? It's always for the bigger family, that's the nation. But here, it's a typical family man who looks after the children's education, who looks after the food, who looks after the monthly expenses, who looks after the, money for the bad days, money for the good days. It's all calculation, right? Again, it is not gender specific. It's not that okay, only the male kind of remedies will talk about this. No, it's not gender. It's not age. No, it's all about the way you look at life. It is the way in which one looks at life. It can be a male, a female, an adolescent, an old age person, or a kid, for that matter, right? In plant version, we have subclass 4, Belinidae. The name is subclass 4, Belinidae. A commonest remedy which we all know which belongs to superclass, subclass 4 is Bryonia. Bryonia alba is the commonest. Another sister concern remedy is Colocin. All these remedies, like so many times we have read this symptom in Bryonia. If you remember it right now, whom desire to go. Remember? Now you can connect it. That time we were just rectifying. We were just, mugging up that, oh, bryonia means home desire, want to go. Or bryonia means want to lie down on the bed, doesn't want to move. But it's all about a theme, the superclass 4 theme. There are many other remedies from plant, from mineral, from animal who has this characteristic, like bryonia. That's why sometimes we also feel, oh, this remedy looks so much like bryonia, but it is not bryonia. Now, retrospectively, please see that remedy must be belonging to the bigger umbrella, that is the superclass. That's why it looks alike. It looks like they are together. It looks like, they are in relation to each other. Because the bigger umbrella has that characteristic. And they all are the parts of it. Okay? And from the animal kingdom, we have the remedy lac caninum, most representative. Can you see this? How the dog is going and sitting in the lap of the owner? Exactly the same how the humans are finding their comfort on the bed. Again, for dog, as we see in the lac caninum remedy, it's for their safety. What is the home doing? What is the owner doing? It's the provision of food for them, time to time. It's the provision of looking after them, entertaining them, taking them for a walk, taking them for grooming session, talking to them, interacting with them. That's what is the another important feature for Superclass 4. Communication within the group. And what is the outcome of that communication? Is love, is bonding, is a kind of, we all gel together, we all enjoy together, family outing, picnics, all these are the characteristics of Superclass 4. Now, having said that, if a person is telling about picnic or if a person is telling about a family get together, does that mean directly we have to jump to Superclass 4? No. Ask that person, what does that picnic means to you? What does that family outing means to you? If for that person it means that we have been bonded, we have been connected with each other, we are together, then it belongs to Superclass 4. Because this is a theme for Superclass 4. Otherwise, they feel disconnected, they feel apart, they feel fragmented. हम अलग अलग हो गए, हम बिछड़ गए, आम्ही वेगळे झालो in Marathi. Because another important remedy that comes to Superclass 4 is puja from conifer family. We all have studied puja, right? And we also have seen puja in our pharmacy practicals. By taking that leaf in our hand, how it crumbles down and how it becomes, scattered all over the places. It's so brittle, it's so weak, it's so fragile. It should be handled with care, otherwise it will just get disconnected all over the place in different parts. And that's what you can see in the remedy puja. As though my hands are disconnected, as though my legs are disconnected, as though my extremities have been broken, as though my extremities have been made of a wood or a glass, and they have been broken. What is broken? Alag alag hona, to scatter, right? So this is the idea for Superclass 4 in plant, mineral, and animal. Okay, so far up till here. Now let's go to Superclass 5. From mineral perspective, we have remedies from row to right side. In Superclass 1, we saw row 2 remedies but left-sided remedies like lithium, beryllium, boron, all the remedies which are having the theme of being inside the womb, within the inside of that coziness of mother's womb, right? Row to right side, towards the extreme right side of the periodic table, the nitrogen. You are coming out of the womb. Now that cozy womb is no more giving you the coziness. It is actually making you claustrophobic. The place is so small for me now because I have grown. I have to let this place now. Otherwise, I will die over here. So I have to get up. I have to go out. I have to break the boundaries and I have to just go out. That's what you can see in the image also. Just burst open. Just move out. Just shush. For them, this is the gesture. Just go out. Just go ahead. No backward movement for them. No compromise for them. It's again going ahead means going ahead. No stoppage. No boundaries. No shackles. They do not mean anything to it. For them, freedom is the utmost thing that they need in their life. Right? That's the remedy from the mineral point of view. The nitrogen. Right? From plant point of view, we have subclass 5. The name of the subclass 5 is rosy red. And the typical remedy to remember subclass 5 is our well-known remedy, Rux toxicodendron, Rustox. The classical symptom, if you remember now, sitting aggravates, continuous walking ameliorate. Don't forget, this is the direction for them. Ahead, Move ahead, go ahead. Don't sit, just walk, go ahead. That is the energy that these people carry. They cannot just sit at one place, or they just cannot compromise. Again, compromise is a word for superclass 3. Compromise is not the word for superclass 5 in the human language. So you can clearly see person is talking about boundaries, person is talking about restrictions in their life. One compromises, another do not. Take call and go ahead. Do it. I cannot compromise. I do not mind breaking this relationship and going ahead. Whereas superclass 3 will compromise because they feel they are responsible for that. They are meant to be in that position to carry it forward. Row 5 doesn't care. I need this means I will do it anyhow. I need to go. Right? So, typical remedies restaurants. In detail, we will do when we are going to do superclass 5. Let us not confuse ourselves more. Just a big theme which you can easily see in the people. Not only they have to come to your chamber for treatment, but in your day-to-day life, you will see these characteristics very, very visible in your friends, colleagues, family members. Absolutely, you can see this quality. From animal kingdom, in superclass 5, the remedy, which is a representative remedy of superclass 5, is lac equina, the horse. Another remedy is sepia from mollusk. Right? If you see in the picture, the horses are actually kept in the stable. It's called a stable, or a place in which they have to stand before they are released to run. Right? But when they are standing in that stable, horses are so restless because they see the door of that stable as a boundary. They are not the people who can, they do not care who's to it. That's what we see in the image also. That horse has chose to, just open the door and take the legs up to run, to just run, right? So this is the energy that these people carry. They have to break the boundaries and go ahead. Break the stigmas, break the common stereotypes, and just move ahead in their life. This is the energy pattern that superclass 5 type of people possess. Okay. Now the last superclass, that is superclass 6. From mineral point of view, the remedy which is very well representative of this particular superclass qualities are the gold, that is aurum, another is moxol, another is mercury. All syphilitic remedies. Because superclass 6 has mostly syphilitic kind of traits within them. It's all about, fight to finish. It's all about, either you or me. There is no compromise. But at least superclass 5 is, it's for me. I need to go ahead. I will go ahead. Superclass 6 is, as I told you in the earlier slide, they see things around them as a threat. So for them, it is not simply going ahead. It is killing you and then going ahead. It is fixing you and then going ahead. It is seeing that everything is okay, well within my control, and then relax. Because for them, everything and anything can be a threat. In the children cases also, those who belongs to superclass 6 type of remedies, like for example, just as a representative example I'm telling you from the plant kingdom, stramonium, belladonna, hyoscyamus, all these remedies belong to superclass 6. Under the subclass 6, that is called as Asteridae, right? These people, these children, n number of times in their cases have given the references that, doctor, every night whenever I go to sleep, I first check below my bed, in the bathroom, outside the window, behind the curtains. Is there somebody standing? Because I always feel that, doctor, somebody is behind that curtain. Somebody is below my bed. I always feel that, and I am so much fearful that that figure will attack on me. There is some black figure I can feel all the time around. So I am always alert. I am watchful. I first see everywhere and then only I go to sleep. Otherwise, I cannot go. So you can see these qualities in any group of people, in any gender. That's what I'm trying to emphasize. And from animal kingdom, you can see very well lac leonine is one of the remedy that comes under this group. Another group which comes under superclass 6 qualities from animal kingdom is snake group of remedy, right? Both are ruthless predators and it's like fight to finish. It's you or me. It's not like you also graze, I am also grazing, let's all graze together. No, it's not like that. It's either me, the king, or nobody. I have to prove my supremacy. So, for these group of remedy, another important thing which is commonly seen is high ego. Ego is very well developed now. Right from the superclass 1, where the ego is very primitive, not at all seen, always want to hide themselves, always want to be behind the curtains. Here, it's all show business. All the remedies which you are seeing over there, mercury, uh, aurum, black leonine, nux vomica, another remedy. All these remedies are the dominating remedies, dictatorial remedies, dogmatic remedies. They always want to mark their presence. It's like my presence should be felt, should be palpable. I cannot be who can just sit on the corner chair and not be noticed. No, no, that's not me. I have to be the center of attraction. I have to be the one for whom everybody is waiting, right? Otherwise, it's very much inferiority for me. This is, you can clearly see this characteristic in day to day life. If you have come across these kind of people, you cannot miss these qualities. They will not let you miss, right? It's not you. For superclass 6 people, it's not you. You do not matter, right? For them, they matter. So they will make you feel by their sitting style, by their dressing style, by their talking style. They will make their presence felt, whether you want to take it or you do not want to take it. Right? So you cannot, just overlook these people. Right? These are the things which you can see clinically, and then you will get the clue. Oh, something from superclasses. Anything, it could be plant, mineral, animal, right? So, not to get overstressed, these are the commonly, seen remedies from each superclass, which we have already seen. So, again, this is not a rocket science. This is just the old thing in new package, right? But in a most systematic manner, in a most convincible manner, and most easily reproducible manner without having to remember anything. We do not have to remember which remedy cries, which remedy weeps, which remedy sleeps. We know why it is there in that remedy because there is a logic to it. Now it's a logic. It's not that I have to remember, okay, so and so remedy. Oh, let me remember it. No, it's logic. It will cover this because the umbrella is like that. That superclass umbrella is like that. So, in a smaller or a bigger manner, in a smaller or a bigger intensity, that thing will be there in the remedies which belonging to that superclass. Right? So, as we see in superclass 1, the commonest available remedies which we have studied in the BHMS are pulsatilla, nux moscata, asarum europeum, camphor, opium, morphine, from mineral lithium card, borax, very name, and from animal kingdom, this conchal island. It's a bivalve, it's an oyster, right? From superclass 2, again, very well known remedies, cannabis indica, ficus indica, that is banyan tree, our Indian trees, indigenous trees, ficus religiosa, that is people tree, people ka jhad, Artica urens, very well known remedy to us. Now if you go and read Artica urens, then you can understand. Oh, these are the superclass qualities, superclass 2 qualities which are also present. in the remedy. Juglans regia, Juglans cinerea, the walnuts, Hamamelis virgiana, Helix tosta from animal kingdom. From mineral kingdom, carbon, graphites. For superclass 3, Cactus grandiflorus, very well known remedy. Anholinium, Phytolacca decandra, Diatomus remedy, Rumus crispus. We have seen these remedies, but earlier we used to see these remedies in a organ specific manner. We do not see Cactus grandiflorus for any mental kind of condition. Cactus grandiflorus means digestive disturbances or heart, right? But now, like Superclass 3, we are going to expand our horizon. Cactus is not only for heart or for digestion. Cactus can be for anything on this face of earth if the characteristic of cactus, if the characteristic of subclass 3, if the characteristic of superclass 3 are there in that person, you can give cactus. We can see this in the remedies when we are going to learn these remedies at the workshop. Right? Then Drosera, another remedy, which is a carnivorous plant. From animal kingdom, Heliatus leucocephalus, that is a bald-headed eagle, animal remedy, a bird remedy. And from mineral kind of group, we have natrium, magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, so many common remedies. Then from superclass 4, we have common remedies like Bryonia alba, Colosynthus, Cyclamen european. We have studied these remedies from the HMS. Rhododendron, Calmia latifolia, Ledum pal. From animal kingdom, Lac canina. From mineral kingdom, Calcaria carp, Cali carp. And another remedy which belongs to superclass 4 is Lycopodium. Superclass 5, common remedies, Rustox, Anacardium orientale, Bacteria, Mesarium. We have seen this remedy for mostly for skin complaints. Syzygium zambulum, Zambulas of fur, which we commonly see in Indian territories. Jamun ka dhar it is, Syzygium zambulum. Then from mineral point of view, it's nitrogen gas, which just has this energy of just bursting open. So again, for superclass 5, bursting is very important. It's not simply crossing or it is not simply going ahead. It is bursting and going. It is cracking and going. It is just breaking and going. You see how these pebbles, the peas and all, because this peas family belongs to this superclass, Bacteria. All these are a pea family, right? They open up like a blast and all the peas inside just get scattered. That's the energy of these people. They are like, boom, they will do things like this. Again, eye-catching. The last two superclasses are very much eye-catching. They make their presence felt. The previous two are, you have to be behind them to kind of make their presence felt. And the middle one, the superclass 4, you will always see them juggling in their life, just trying to balance out things in their life. And superclass 6, again, very well-known remedy. This superclass has most common remedy. Harmonium, belladonna, hyoscyamus, chamomilla, all composite family. Coffea, Sina, China, Rubiaceae family, all the remedies. Loganaceae, all these families we have studied in the BSN. And from animal group, we have Lac leoninum, that is the lion remedy, and few of the snakes remedy, which are like very venomous kind of snakes, those who have this attitude of planning, plotting, and taking revenge, sort of a thing, right? Like Lachesis, like Black Mamba, all these remedies have the superclass 6 quality. And from mineral kingdom, Aurum metallicum, highly responsible, right? They literally go and do suicide because they feel they have not done their duty. Delusion, duties that they have not done, right? They see it because it's a syphilitic remedy. They see themselves so big that I have not done the responsibility. I'm not worthy to live. Let me die. And they literally go do suicide. That's the aura that they carry.